everyone, my name is Tabitha, and today I've got a quick upper body strength workout for you. You can grab a couple of dumbbells. It's great to have a medium-sized pair and then possibly a lighter set. If you don't have dumbbells, you could grab just household items like canned soup or possibly a milk jug to use as your weight, or body weight will suffice as well. So we just want to focus on maintaining tension in our upper body today. So we're going to start with a warm-up. I will have us on the floor. So we're going to go into some arm haulers to begin. So you're going to rest your chest on the ground, and we're just going to take the fingers forward and back. So just tapping the floor in front of your mat and beside. So we'll do about 10 of these back and forth. Just working on getting full range of motion from the shoulders and giving them a squeeze as we push back towards the hips. So we'll do 2 more, and then we will rock back into child's pose. So we're gonna go into some blast off push-ups next. You can do these from your knees. So you're rocking back into child's pose and then coming forward with the wrists stacked underneath your chest, all right? So you wanna have them just underneath the shoulder, and you will think about pushing the floor together as you push away, all right? So big breath out at the top. If you wanna make this a little more difficult, you could come up onto the toes and rock backwards and then press the floor away. So we'll do about 10 of these, just working on warming up our pecs today. There we go. So we'll rock it backwards and forwards, and then if midway through you wanna drop to the knees, feel free. We're trying to come into that full plank. At the top, we'll do 2 more and 1 more. All right, from here, we're gonna come into our nice tall plank. I want you to draw your abs up and in while you tuck your glutes under, and we're gonna do some shoulder raises. So we're just gonna alternate there. If you find that your hips just do this little shifty thing, I want you to drop to your knees and then give those shoulders a squeeze. So you're keeping your wrists stacked right underneath your elbows, and we'll do around 10 per arm, so 20 total. And you're just kind of exhaling as you raise. Perfect. We'll do 2 more per side. Perfect. All right, and 1 more time. We're coming down into our arm haulers, so bringing shoulders to the front and behind. So giving it just a little lift as you go forward to back. Perfect. Here we go. So still breathing. You can give the chest a little lift at the top. We'll do 2 more. Awesome, feeling the shoulders now. And we'll rock back up. We'll do those blast off push-ups, so just rocking forward. You wanna keep your shoulders rolled back and away from your ears. So we don't wanna do this little shruggy thing, all right? Keep pressing into the chest and breathe the floor away from you. And we'll get a good stretch through the lats. As we rock it back, we'll do 2 more. Inhale down, big exhale up. Perfect, and then we'll come into that plank. I'm gonna do the half plank from the knee and just squeezing one shoulder up towards the sky at a time. So completely body weight workout, just to warm things up. Perfect, we'll do 2 more per side. Keeping your abs tucked in tightly, squeezing the glutes, and last ones. All right, so now that we've got some blood flowing through the upper body, we will go ahead and grab our dumbbells. So your first movements are chest press and bent over row. So we're gonna do 3 rounds of both exercises and resting just minimally between the 2. So we're gonna shoot for 12 reps each. Your chest press, you're gonna lay flat on the floor, keeping the knees bent. You're going to bring your weights just to the side of your chest when you come down. So a lot of people like to flare the elbows out. I prefer to keep a little soft angle there. So we're gonna start with the right side, then press the left side, and then press them together. So that is 1 rep. So we're just going to think about breathing out as we press. Here we go. We've got 3 reps right here, and we're just gonna keep pressing till we reach 12. Perfect. So right side, then left side, both together. Excellent. So we're keeping tension through the pecs with every single rep. We've got 6 right here, all the way up. So inhale down, big exhale as you press. Squeeze the weights together at the top. Here we go. We've got 9, Perfect. Breathe the weights up. And 10. Left side, right side. All the way up. 11. Boom. And then one more. Big breath up at the top, squeezing together. So there is 12. And then we're gonna do an alternating movement. So we just did our horizontal push. Next, we're gonna horizontal pull. So I'm gonna have you bend at the hips, all right? So keep your chest open, roll the shoulders back. And we're gonna have our hands face the legs to begin, but then we're gonna twist up towards the side. So keeping your elbows close to the body is essential. And you wanna just hold it for a little pause at the top. So we've got 4. I like to breathe out whenever I'm pulling. We got 5. Perfect, there's 6. Squeezing the shoulder blades together in the rear. 7. And 8. Awesome, keeping that weight in your heels the whole time. Perfect, 2 more. And 1 more, back staying nice and straight. Awesome job, y'all. All right, so we'll give our arms just a little rest. You can stretch just a bit, so kind of twisting side to side, open up the pecs, and then we'll lay it back for set 2 of our chest press. So bringing our weights by the chest. We're gonna exhale as we press right side, then left side, then together. Awesome, y'all. So keep that tension through your pecs the entire time. Thinking about growing those muscles and keeping your grip nice and tight as well. Just gripping dumbbells is going to bring up your grip strength over time. Perfect. Breathe the weights away from you, squeeze them together. We're on rep number 5. Here we go. Taking it 1 rep at a time. Focused on making every single rep like identical to the one behind it. Excellent, focus on your form. We'll do 9. So 1 arm at a time. And 10, we'll have 2 more after this. Press that left, up together. Last one. Perfect, press into the sky. We'll sit it up and then reverse that movement. So we're bending right at the hips. Make sure that your back is able to stay straight the whole time. If you start to feel your back round out, I want you to reset and then fold right back over, all right? Resting as needed. We're gonna have the hands face the legs, and then we'll pull it up for a good squeeze at the top. So here's 3. So breathe the floor away from you. Big exhale every single rep. 6, perfect, come on. We've got 8, and 9, and 10. So if your weights feel a little light for you, the slower you go and more controlled, the harder it's gonna be. All right, we have 1 more set. We'll start back at our chest press. You can rest as long as you need to and pause this video if necessary, or you can roll right through. So we're gonna lay it back. We will inhale as we lower, and then exhale as we press. So just like before, I always like to say the 3rd round's gonna be your best round because you're all warmed up, you know this movement well, so you just get to embrace the tension and push through the resistance. You got it. Perfect. So each one, we're trying to just reach for that same center position as we press. We're halfway there. Here's 6. Squeeze them together at the top. Maintaining tension through your pecs the whole time. We've got 8 right here. Big breath out every press. Here's 9. Squeezing them together at the top. And 10. Excellent job, y'all. Keep it up. 11. And last one, we've got right, left, both together, and sit it right up. So last set of bent over rows, hinging at the hips, keeping the back nice and strong, rolling shoulders away from ears. We'll breathe out nice and steady at the top, giving it a squeeze. So keep your elbows close. Try not to flare them out when you row. All right, you wanna keep them nice and close to your body. So we engage the lats the whole time. 6, and 7, and 8. Hold it for a squeeze. 9, 10, 11, and last one, 12. We'll give it an extra squeeze at the top. Perfect. All right, so we'll shake those arms out. Next, we're gonna go into some shoulder exercises. So I'm gonna have you focus on your alignment first. So you wanna have your shoulders stacked over your hips, stacked over your knees. You're gonna pull the glutes in so that you're standing with tall posture. And then with your extension, before I grab the weights, you wanna think about letting your head come through the window at the top, all right? So we will have 2 exercises that we alternate. We will shoulder press. I'm gonna have you grab your medium to heavy weights and big breath out as you press them up. So we're gonna have a neutral grip here. You could also externally rotate and push them together if you prefer that position, but I like the neutral, and we'll go for 12 reps. So we've got 5 and 6 and 7. So always pushing the head through the window, squeezing those shoulders up towards the ears. Perfect. Last 2 and 12. So you can gauge from that first set whether you should reduce your weight or keep the one that you've got. Second exercise, we're gonna do an upright row. So I want you to think about your wrists as just little strings attached to the weight, and your elbows are going to do the pulling, all right? So we'll grab our weights right in center, have a good grip, and just pull all the way up. So trying to reach the chin. You're still keeping your core engaged with this movement, keeping your chest stacked right over the tailbone. And if you can hold it up for just a little split second at the top, that's gonna get those shoulders burnt just a bit extra. Halfway, we've got 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Keep focusing on the middle delts. Last one, hold it for that extra split second at the top. So you can give those shoulders a little shake out, and we'll go into round number 2. So still aiming for the 12 reps. If you find that you need to go a little bit lighter, you are welcome to mod it down, all right? So that way you can focus on having excellent form for every single rep. So we've got 3 and 4. Every time you press, think about pushing your chest towards the ceiling and exhaling as you extend those arms, squeezing the shoulders by your ears. Here's 10, 11, and 12. So good. All right, we'll sit them down. Grabbing weights up again for our second set of upright rows. So again, focused on your middle delts. So right there in the center is the goal. All right, we're coming up. Big squeeze. We've got 1. Perfect. So breathing out. Keeping the glutes squeezed helps you stay centered. And keep that core engaged so your body stays upright. Got 5. And halfway. Holding at the top. Just a little pause. Perfect, we got 9. And there's 10. Keep rowing. Feeling the delts now, we've got 2 more. And last one, hold it for the squeeze. All right, so we'll do one final round, 12 reps each, just like before. Give the delts just a little stretch. And extend that arm in front, and then we'll go right into the last set. So we're picking up our weights again, nice tall chest, big breath out, full extension at the top. So sticking that head through the window. Perfect job, y'all. Keeping the shoulders nice and strong. We've got 5 and 6, we are halfway. Big breath out every single rep. You gotta take every workout 1 rep at a time. There's 10, last 2. Holding the lockout at the top, and 12, perfect. All right, we'll shake it out and then pick those weights right back up for the final upright rows. So standing tall, we've got 1, and you wanna keep the weights so close to your body that they will almost touch your shirt. So if you've got them way in front of you, your shoulders are gonna be a lot less stable, and it's not really healthy movement for your joints. So focus on that form. Keep the grip nice and tight. We are halfway. Perfect, holding the squeeze at the top. There we go. Got 3 more. Holding that squeeze. And last one, perfect. All right, so our final little superset here is going to be our Renegade Row. All right, so we're coming back into the plank. And you wanna start with body weight just to get the form down. So you can do this from the knees, all right? So this is the simplest version. You've got your glutes tucked under, and you wanna just focus on pulling one hand up at a time. So you're keeping your elbow close to your body and kind of pulling it back towards your hips. If you feel that that is easy, you can switch to your full body plank, all right? And work on being nice and stable here. So what we don't wanna see is your whole body shifting as you pull. So if that's you, drop to the knees. If you wanna add a little extra resistance, I suggest getting a couple weights and sitting them right next to your hands, all right? You're gonna keep your form so nice and flat, all right? So we wanna be aligned here, but we're gonna pull the weight up as we press into the opposite shoulder. So keeping shoulders aligned, wrists stacked underneath. So we'll focus on one at a time, and we will shoot for 12 on each side. So you can remain on the knees, or you can come up into your full stance, whichever feels most comfortable for your body. But just keep a nice neutral spine as you draw those abs up and in. And we will do 2 more per side. Big breath out every single row. And last one. Perfect job, y'all. All right, from there, we are going to burn our shoulders out with some lateral front and rear flies, all right? So first range of motion that we're going for is to the front. So I've grabbed the lighter weights for this. We're gonna shoot for 10 reps to the front. So you're keeping your core engaged with this. You're trying to stay aligned with your shoulders stacked over your hips and your glutes tucked in. And when you come to the top, you are holding the squeeze. And so if your weights are too heavy for this, for you to control it, and you're kind of doing this swinging motion, I want you to drop to just body weight and hold the squeeze at the top. We've got 2 more. Perfect. Then we're gonna stay right there, but we're taking pinkies towards the sky. So we're gonna squeeze up and hold it at the top. So these are your lateral raises. And we will shoot for 12. Here we go. And 4, so with each one, try not to swing your body to get momentum to the top. So if you find yourself doing this little number, you need to drop that weight or switch to just body weight. Got 8 and 9, breathing, 10, last 2, 11, and 12. Perfect. Final movement, we have got our reverse fly. So I'm gonna have you bend right here at your hips, keeping your shoulders rolled back from your ears, and we are going to squeeze up those arms into sort of a W shape. So you wanna have a weight that you can control and hold for just a pause at the top. If your weights get too heavy, I want you to drop them down so that you're not swinging your body, and just hold a body weight squeeze right there at the top. So we're focused on the rear delts this time. Got 8, 9, 10, 11, 1 more, and 12. Beautiful. All right, we'll come back down into our Renegade Row. So we've got the weights to the side here, pressed into our plank, and we're gonna row right up. So I'm gonna do all reps on one side for this set. We've got 4 here, so we're keeping the glutes tucked tightly. Abs are still engaged, we're halfway. There's 8. We've got 9. Think about breathing out every time you row. 11. Last one, hold it for a squeeze. All right, pressing into the opposite shoulder, bringing it up. Taking it 1 rep at a time, keeping the back engaged. Opposite shoulder pressed into the floor. Squeezing it up as far as you can, and breathing out with every single rep. We're halfway. It's 9. Perfect. Last 2. Hold it for the squeeze on 12. Awesome. All right. We'll come back up into those front raises, shooting for 12 reps. So we're coming up, just pausing at the top. So you can keep a slight bend in your elbows. You're gonna have to keep your abs engaged so that you stay upright, and just hold that rep at the top. So thinking of that focus being on your front delts. We are halfway, there's 6. Big breath out every single rep. Got 8, and 9. Perfect. 10, last 2, 11, good squeeze, and 12. Awesome. All right, we're coming to our lateral raises now. So it can help to have a little bit of a hinge in your hips as you do these, and just squeeze pinkies towards the sky. So let your elbows do the lifting there. So good, y'all. There's 5, big breath out. Halfway with 6, and 7, there you go. 8, keep squeezing the delts. 9, we've got 10, 11, boom, one more, and 12. Hold it for that extra squeeze. Then we're going right into the reverse flies. So I'm going to drop to body weight for these so I can really hold the squeeze. I want you to hinge at those hips and then come up into that W shape and just squeeze the rear delts. So we're keeping the back nice and flat. Breathing out with every single rep, focus on control. So if you can maintain tension through your stretch down and the squeeze up, that is all the better for your muscle development. We are halfway. We've got 8 and 9. Holding the chest nice and open. 10, 11. Last one, squeeze, we've got 12. Perfect. All right, so we've got final round, and then we will stretch. So we're coming back to the floor, got our Renegade Rows. We're coming into our plank, wrists stacked under elbows, stacked under shoulder, and we'll start on the left side. We'll hold it up and squeeze. Breathe the floor away from you while you keep your glutes engaged, taking it one at a time. If you can hold it for that little pause at the top, all the better. It's 8 and 9, good control, y'all. 10, last 2, 11, hold it, and 12, little pause at the top. Same thing on the right side. Pulling it up, we've got 1. Press that opposite shoulder into the ground. We've got 2 and 3, perfect. Taking it one at a time, breathing out as you go. Halfway, got 7 and 8, focused on the hip stability. 9 and 10, last 2, 11, and hold it for 12. All right, perfect. Last front raises of the day, shooting for those 12 reps. We're gonna come up, slight bend in the elbows, hold it for the pause, bringing it just to eye level. So focused on keeping your core engaged. You've still got your shoulders stacked over your hips, holding everything nice and tight. We've got 6, halfway, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10, last 2, 11, towards the end, make sure you hold a squeeze, and 12, perfect. All right, we'll get a slight bend at the hips, coming into our lateral raises. Think about opening your chest. Gonna squeeze pinkies to the sky. Take it one at a time, and just pause it above that shoulder height, as far as you can go. Perfect job, guys. 5, 6, halfway. Holding the squeeze at the top. We've got 8, 9, there you go. 10, last 2, 11, hold it, and 12, little pause. All right, into those reverse flies. Final set here. Focus on hinging here, open the chest, and then hold the squeeze in the rear. So focus on those rear delts. Maintaining the tension through the whole thing. Keeping the lower back kind of arched. You can send the tailbone back towards the wall behind you. Keeping your weight in your heels. We've got 6, we're halfway. 7, and 8. There we go, keep squeezing. 9, and 10. Think about almost flaring your chest out as you squeeze. 11, and 12. Perfect job, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me for that sweat sesh. So we're gonna come onto the mat now and give ourselves a little stretch out. So you can do your simple cross body stretch, just kind of typical what feels good after adult workout. You can also come into your child's pose. So we'll press palms onto the floor, lean it back, big exhale as we extend your lats. And then you can come up taller, kind of cross your arms and Come down as deep as is comfortable to stretch your delts. So it's gonna go both ways. And then from here, we can come into puppy's pose. So you're gonna extend your elbows in front, kind of take your tailbone further back, all right? And then pull your hands right over the head. So you're extending into triceps, trying to press your chest into the ground while you send your hips backward. Perfect. And then our final stretch is going to be our T-spine twist. So we're gonna lay on the floor, nice and flat, so legs extended. I want you to bring your hands out to the side, and then we're gonna bring one leg up straight, big exhale as you let it fall. So this opposite arm is the one we're focused on, so we're gonna do our open book. I want you to inhale across, and then exhale, let that arm extend as far as it will. So we're getting a good stretch through our pecs that we just worked. Do that once more. Bring it across, big exhale. And another breath in as we reach across, and another breath out as we extend. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll raise one leg up, big exhale, let it fall nice and gentle. Then reach across, inhale, big exhale, trying to let the opposite shoulder touch the floor. Inhale across, exhale, extend, and final one, all the way. I hope y'all enjoyed that workout, that you've got a good pump in those delts. Thanks for joining me.